Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from PrettyPaperCards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie. And welcome, welcome! Happy Wednesday, the next to the last day of July. Wow, I think we always say that every month that goes by, but I feel like this month has really sped by. So I hope you guys are doing well. It's warm here, very warm, 97 degrees outside. Sheesh. Let me check and see if we're live. I want to confirm. Okay, it looks like we are live. So, okay, I can see that. Good. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to make a fun card today. We're going to make a fancy birthday card. I hope you're ready to make a fancy birthday card with me. Hi, Tammy. I see you watching. Is it warm at your house too? It's 97 on our patio. Tammy lives right down the street from me. So I'm pretty sure it's warm for her also. Yes, I know. Okay, well, there is so much going on right now. There's a lot of stuff going on with Stampin' Up! And it's been already a very big day. Tina, only 91 there. Okay, good, you're cooler. Tracy, good to see you. And Roz, good to see you. Barbara Anderson, hello, welcome. I'm glad you're here today, Barbara. Those of us that are demonstrators, for us this is a really big day. We got to see a copy of the new September to December mini catalog, and it doesn't come out for sale until September, like the first week of September, but I'm excited. Did some of you get to see it already? Roz? Hotter than the surface of the sun here in Florida. Oh my gosh, you poor girl. I'm so sorry. That sounds very, very hot. Polly, good to see you today. Hotter than the surface of the sun. Oh goodness. Well, we were 97 with about 50% humidity. So that's kind of what's going on with us. Hello from Connecticut, Carol Schaefer. Good to see you. I think everybody's hot. You know, July is just a hot month. And I know you guys back east are hotter than us on the west. We've been fairly cool up till now, but today, like I said, it's 97. But for us, Colleen, good to see you. For us, it's not. We will be, I'm sure, next month and in October. So, well, August, September, even through October, we can be in the hundreds. Tina, still going through it. Oh, you're still going through. She's talking about the new catalog that we all got to see today, the demonstrators. You know what? If you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, there's never a better time to be one. I'm just going to switch her over here because she's getting a little antsy. Really, like today we get to see all new online exclusives that will go live in September. We get to see the new catalog that will go live in September, and on August 5th we get to pre-order from both of those things. And if you love Stampin' Up, it's best to be a demonstrator. And you could join my team and see all that stuff today, just like we did, and we're very excited. Oh, rainy thunderstorm, okay, and then 93. Vicky, good to see you from Arizona. Good. Jeannie Kidd, rainy thunderstorm, and Polly, 93. Yes, I get it. I totally get it. But so for those of you who have had a chance to look at the catalog, are you excited? I am very excited. I see several things, quite a few things. Jeanne, good to see you. I see quite a few things that I can't wait to put my little fingers on. And I've already started thinking about having paper shares, and it's just too exciting. I love new products, very exciting. Well, I have a fun card for you today. The catalog is good, yes. Cindy, good to see you from Canada. Hot, hot, hot. Wow, okay, take care. I have a fun card for you today, a fancy birthday. Who is 104? Is that Vicki Egan's in Arizona? Yes, I kind of thought so. Tammy, the papers are gorgeous. Oh my gosh, they are. The designer series papers are amazing. So if you want to be a part of a paper share for the designer series paper, I would love for you to join mine. I have to get everything together, and I'll be announcing it in a couple weeks. Tina, it's going to be, oh, I know, it's going to be hard to decide what to get first. Cindy, you better log in and see. Oh my gosh, they're just beautiful, beautiful papers. Of course, that's what Stampin' Up is known for. Really, yeah. What you doing? What you doing, baby? She was outside running around this morning, having a good time. Okay, so we need to start talking about some news. What's going on? So you know about the catalog and the online exclusives. I'm going to put her down. And if you're a demonstrator, and if you're not, you should be one. The next thing I want to talk about is that it's the last 2 days to get my Sweet Jar tutorial bundle for free with a $50 order in my online store. 7 video tutorials to make cards using the Sweet Jar and the Jar of Joy stamp sets. And these are fabulous products. If you're a demonstrator, you can buy them. Buy the video tutorial bundle for $20 in my tutorial shop on my website, prettypapercards.com. Deborah, good to see you. Judy, I'm so glad you made it live. So anyway, the last 2 days to get this free, it remains on my in my tutorial shop for a long time, but to get the bundle free, place a $50 order in my online store by the end of tomorrow. And we're going to have a new video bundle tutorial set starting August 1st, but I'm not going to tell you what that is yet. That's a secret until that day. Okay, coming up also August 5th. That's a very big day. In color product sale, 15% off. So they're going to be selling a lot of select items, select new in color items, the 25 to 27 in colors. That's 2025 to 2027. And they are beautiful. I just love our in colors this year. I love them every year, but some years I like them more than others. And this year, there some that I didn't think I would like are really growing on me. Like Darling Duckling, I didn't think I would like it that much because it's not a normal yellow, but it is totally growing on me. I'm using it all the time. So anyway, watch for that starting August 5th, and we will make some things using the in colors during the month. Now, something fun I want to show you that I've been playing with. It's called the Sweet and Spooky Kit. And you can't get everything, right? None of us can get everything. But for some reason, I wanted to get this Sweet and Spooky Kit. It's a new kit that was just released this month. And I got it, and I started making the treat holders. You get, gosh, I don't know, it must be at least 16, maybe 20. I don't have all the details here. Treat boxes. And you guys, I put 8 of them together yesterday in about an hour. And they are so cute. Check these out. So all these little parts come in your kit, and all you do is glue them together. The little baker's twine, I made it exactly the way you're supposed to make it. And there are 3 different designs. Here's a really cute little one. You put the box together, and I don't have it sealed up because, okay, this is a secret, don't tell, okay? But I'm having a local class here in my craft room on Saturday, and I have 7 people coming, and I wanted to make each one of them one of these little treat boxes and put some treats in. So I don't have them sealed up. They seal up with the cutest little tiny orange paper clip. Can you see that? It's so tiny. And the way the box, it's like a milk carton. And all the scoring is done for you. It's real easy. And you fill it up, and then you put the little the little teeny tiny paper clip on it like that. Isn't that so cute? So I made enough for everybody coming plus myself. Well, I mean, I can make the rest in the kit. There are like at least eight more in the kit to make. But I made one for each person coming on Saturday. I'm so excited. I don't think anybody on here is coming, but these are just adorable. You're having a Halloween party, Roz, you should get these. They're super cute. I mean, I wouldn't give them out on Halloween or anything like that, but I think they're going to be cute to take to like my hairdresser and, you know, things like that. And have handy to give to people during the month of October. And they're just fun. They're adorable and easy to put together. Super cute little kit. So it's called a Sweet and Spooky Kit. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I would love for you to order it from me, from my online store. The link is above for Facebook and down below for YouTube. Okay, and the last announcement that I have is I could really use it if you guys would make sure that you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. It's Peggy Noe-Pretty Paper Cards on YouTube. And I would really appreciate if you would go over there. I'm just trying to increase my numbers on YouTube. And so if you haven't subscribed, I know many of you have, but if you haven't, I would love for you to just hit that subscribe button over there. Okay, thank you so much. All right, let's take a look at what we're going to make today. So today I have a fun, fancy birthday card. I was invited to a 70th birthday party for a friend later in August, and I wanted to make a really special card. So let me turn you down and I'll show you the card. Okay, this is the card that I'm going to give her. I think it would be great for any special birthday. Hey Karen, good to see you. Like, it would also be cute for 100th birthday. And in case you, I don't know if there we go, the light is a little bit better. So I've got a gold panel here, and this little frame, and the cute little cake. I just think it's fancy, and I'm really excited to give it to her. She knows I make cards, and I haven't known her that long, so I'm really excited to give her this card. So I thought I'd show you how to do it, and it's made with the background paper here is a Kintsugi Designer Series paper, and I'll show you what we're going to use. I really love the new stamp set called, well, it's new in the annual catalog, Along These Lines. I think the line art is just beautiful. And I really like, well, I like the rose, I like the heart, and I really like the birthday cake. And that's what I used on this card today is the birthday cake from that. And, oh, I forgot to show you the inside. So because I didn't put a sentiment on the outside because I really wanted to have it all blingy, on the inside I put a sentiment. And so for that, we're going to use the Birthday Celebration stamp set. It has all the birthday words, and you'd have to put your numbers, but it has the TH and the ST and all that. So those are the two stamp sets we're using today. So let's get started. I'm going to use Misty Moonlight as a card base, and the reason is because it goes with the Kintsugi, the particular paper design that I chose to use. And this is the design. This is my, do you ever get that way you have like a favorite design in a favorite sheet in Designer Series paper? Well, I really like this particular one in the Kintsugi papers, and it uses the Misty Moonlight color, and so I wanted to use that. So this is a little bit long. What we want is 4 by 5 1/4, so I'm just going to cut that off. And then we'll have our first piece there. And what we're going to do, we are going to put some gold ribbon on here. And I don't use this very often, more toward the holidays, and I was thinking about this ribbon. It comes in a pack with silver. I didn't look it up to see the name, but I think it just looks so pretty with this. I feel like the lighting is a bit shaded, and I guess because I want you to see all the glitter of these beautiful, like the gold. It's this gold ribbon. It's kind of tweedy looking, and so it really is, it gives a real sparkle. Thank you so much, you guys. It's fun to make fancy cards. You know, a lot of times we make nice cards, but not super fancy. And so I thought I'd make a real fancy card. So before we adhere it to our card base, what I want to do is I'm just going to tie a knot. We can put a bow on later, which is what I did with my sample. But for right now, I'm just going to tie a little knot so that we can go on. And the one reason is also this ribbon has really two sides. It has the glittery side, but then on the back it's not as, can you see that? Here's the front completely glittery, and then the back is not quite as pretty. So I wanted to be able to tie my bow and have both sides showing the glittery sides. That's just me. I want to have all the glitter you can get. Okay, so we'll just trim these off. We're gonna, like I said, we'll add a bow later, and we'll go ahead and glue this base piece on here with some multi-purpose liquid glue, and then we're gonna really start going to town and making some pretty additions to our card. Okay, so here we go. But just, I mean, you really hardly have to do anything. You could use a circle punch and punch something, a sentiment, and that would be enough for this card. But we're gonna do more. But this paper is so beautiful. I just love it because it has all the gold in it. I have to hold, do you see that? Isn't that just so beautiful? Okay, now the next thing we're gonna do, we're going to cut a banner out of gold foil. I told you it's gonna be blingy. And I'm using the Party Banners dies. There's a banner in every single size. So let's get our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine up, and we're gonna cut a banner here. Let me get my die. I set aside this one, which is the size I wanted. And here's our gold foil. And we'll just put our banner right on it and run it through. And then we're going to emboss. No, it's a Misty Moonlight card base. It's probably the lighting isn't showing it real clearly, but that's the color in the Designer Series paper. Okay, so here's our gold foil piece, our gold foil banner. And now what we're going to do is we're going to emboss the banner. So I need to remove a couple of plates and get out my embossing plate. And what the embossing folder we're going to use this time is Damask Designs. That's upside down, isn't it? Okay, Damask Designs. Now, the interesting thing about this particular embossing folder is it is not 3D. And I always have to remind myself of that. I mean, if it is 3D, I always put 3D on here. But silly me, I forget sometimes. I think it is a 3D because most of the ones we use here are 3D. And the other thing is that these little designs go sideways on the folder, but I think they're supposed to go this way. I think this is the top and bottom. So I'm going to put my little banner in there. So with the non-3D embossing folders, you have to leave in this plate number 2. Okay, so you have plate number 1, plate number 2, and the embossing plate number 4. And I'll show you how pretty this is when you emboss gold. It's stunning, absolutely stunning. We can just set that to the side. And look at, you can even see before I take it out how beautiful it is. Look at how gorgeous that is. Isn't that just beautiful? I love it, love it. Okay, now while we're at it, As long as we've got the whoops, too much on my desk. As long as we have the cut and emboss machine here, I'm going to cut a little frame, and where is the die? Using the Storybook Friends die set. I love these little frames. I just think they're sweet, sweet as can be. So I'm going to cut this little rectangular frame that's in the set from the Misty Moonlight cardstock so that it coordinates, okay? And for this one, because it has a lot of details, we're going to run it through and then back through, because we want to make sure all those little tiny details are cut. Let me just pull it out and make sure. Yes, it looks like everything has been cut. Okay, so we can put this away. Now when you do cut this with the die, you end up with a cute little rectangular piece that's very nice, so save that. And now we have all these little pieces to get out, so I'm going to use my take your pick tool, and it doesn't get them all out. We're going to go through it back and poke through those little holes, but it gets some. It just gets it started. And then we'll go back and with the pointed end of the tool, we're just going to poke through there and loosen the paper. I just think these frames are so cute. I don't have a picture small enough. I couldn't find one of my children, but I thought it would be cute to put a little, I thought it would be really cute to put a little picture of my children in here. You know, make something cute and put a picture of them, but I couldn't find one with their faces that small, because usually, you know, we get up a little closer, don't we, when we take that kind of picture. So isn't that just sweet? I just love that. Okay, we'll set that off to the side and pick up our little crumbs here. Okay, now we're getting ready. So we've got our beautiful gold foil, we've got our frame, and now we need to stamp our cake, our darling birthday cake. And remember, we're using a stamp from, we're using the birthday cake stamp from along these lines. And this is the birthday cake right here. So I've got my stamp, and I'm going to use Misty Moonlight ink. Again, that's what Stampin' Up! Is known for, is their color coordination. And I'm going to use a little background piece here so I don't get my surface. I don't know if this would go off. I don't think so, but it might. It might go off the edges. Okay. My pad is a tiny bit dry, otherwise I wouldn't pound it so much or tap it so much. Okay, so we're going to get our cake. I pre-cut this piece the right size to go in the frame. I just measured the frame and then cut the piece to go in. Okay. So there's our tiny little cake. Isn't that just cute? Uh-oh. It looks like it has a little shadow on the sides. I wonder why that is there. Maybe I'll turn it over and do it again. Okay, let's do it again. It had a little shadow. I don't know why. I might have moved my hand a little bit. Let's try it one more time. Okay. Better. No shadow. I think I tipped my hand. Sometimes if you tip your hand, that can happen. And I get excited, so I might have tipped my hand. Okay, so now what we need to do is put this on the back of our frame, just like that. And the best way I found to do that is to put just a very thin line of glue, whoops, right up above the opening. Very, very thin. And just right up next to the opening, because there's so many little holes that could poke out, you know, could come through. And then we'll just set this right on the piece, and it should come out about right. Okay, not too bad, right? And it looks nice because it's the same color. The ink is the same color as the frame, and nobody's going to see the back. The back wasn't bad, it just had that little shadow. Alrighty, now we're ready to go ahead and put it on our banner, but I think before we do, let's put the banner on first. Here's our card, and the card is an 11 by 4 1/4. It's one that opens from the bottom. I kind of like that look. And what I want to do is put the banner, the top of the banner, right under my gold ribbon there. And I'm actually going to glue this, and then I'm going to put my little frame on dimensionals, okay? So let's glue this piece. And really what I should do, what I'm going to do, is go on the flat areas, not the real embossed areas, because I think it'll adhere better. I don't need a ton of glue, but I want it to be on those flat areas. And that way we know it will stick better. And now we're just going to tuck it up under that ribbon so it looks like the banner's coming down from the ribbon. And we'll try to center it from side to side. I'm not going to use my fingers because they might have a bit of glue on them. And gold foil and glue, if it really marks if you get a bit of glue on the actual front on the gold foil. I don't want to do that. Okay, so now we can put our little cake right on top using Stampin' Dimensionals. So let's do that. And you have to be a bit careful here. Whoops. That's okay. That's the back side anyway. That you don't put dimensionals over one of the little holes, one of the cute little holes, which I think that, yeah, we're good. I know I did that the first time. So I'm going to put 4 dimensionals on, like that. Okay, just checking. I always like to keep checking and making sure. Xiomara, good to see you. How are you today, my friend? From New York, how's your weather there? All right, so now what we're going to do is center this. We want to pull it up above the little, this little part, and just adhere it there with those dimensionals. Isn't that just cute? Let me put it up closer to you. And there's really the most of the fancy birthday card, but we're going to do a few more things. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to add, you don't have to, this little, just the knot would be fine, but I'm going to add a little bow right on top of that. I'm going to tie a bow out of this ribbon and try to get it so the gold, the fully gold side shows on, anyway, I think you know what I mean. I want the front of the ribbon to show through on both sides, which is a little hard to do when the front and the back are a bit different. But we're going to try it here. Let's see if we can get it mostly with the gold showing. There we go. Okay, good job, us. And we'll just trim those little tails. And we can just add it right up in there. I mean, you may not want to add a bow. The knot is totally fine, but you know me, I really like bows. So what I'm going to do to adhere it is put it on a little mini glue dot, just like that. And we're just going to stick it right up under there. And I see that little part is turning. Turn that little, you know, it's terrible to be so picky, isn't it? But, and you just kind of move the knot close to the bow, and there you go. Now we need to add a little bit more bling, and I have these it's called low profile dots. It's kind of a simple name for some very pretty embellishments. They're petal pink and gold. Let me show them to you this way. Petal pink and gold, they're really pretty. And let's put a few of these around our cake, just to even add a little bit more fanciness. Just like this. Okay, and then we're going to do the inside. So there's our front. And let me hold it up again. I guess I just, oh, it's raining, Xiomara, raining and hot. Yes, I kind of expected that. That's what I've heard. Isn't that, yes, elegant. Thank you. That's a really good word, elegant. I think it would be great for a 100th birthday, but as I said, I'm going to use it for a friend who's having a 70th birthday. Okay, now we're going to do something on the inside because we didn't put a sentiment on the outside. And what I've done, let me show you. With this, oh, my little flower popped off. Okay. With this particular stamp set, you have all these, with the birthday celebration stamp set, you have all the different words, but you need to really put them together to use them. You'd want to put, like I do today, I want to put happy with birthday. So what I did is I put happy and birthday on the same stamp. Now I did have my glass plate here, and I put these on the grid, and so I think I've got them lined up pretty good for it to be happy birthday. And that's what you might want to do, is to use some grid paper or your glass mat. That's what it's called, glass mat, because it has a grid right on it. But I usually take it off because it makes a glare when I do a live, and I don't want you guys to have a glare. Okay, so I'm inking this up in the Misty Moonlight ink, and we're going to put it right here. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to line it up, but it's not hard. It may be going slightly to the top, but I think it's fine. And then the other thing I did is I took this little stem with leaf and that little blossom, and I put them together. Let me just fix this little blossom a bit. I put those two stamps together, and we're going to add that. Just like that. Isn't that cute? And it's really not hard to do at all. You'll, just like I said, you'll want to use maybe some grid paper or something to kind of line it up. So now we can put this on the inside of our card, like this. So when they open it, that's when they see the happy birthday. But I think they're going to know because of the birthday cake, don't you? I really do. Okay. That makes a really nice inside to the card. Now the one thing we still have to do is we can stamp our envelope, and I like to put this birthday cake on the envelope. I really do. I think it's the cutest stamp, so let's do that. We'll surprise the mailman too, because I don't think he expects a birthday cake to be on an envelope. So let's put our envelope right up here. Isn't that a nice little cake on the front of an envelope, so somebody is going to know that it's their birthday cake? Your daughter just called and is being admitted to the hospital. Judy. Oh, Rebecca, we will pray for her, Judy. Thank you for letting us know. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness. We will be keeping her in our prayers. So there is the fancy card, the fancy elegant birthday card, made with these two stamp sets along these lines and birthday celebration. I think this is one you need, you know, everybody needs that. And this one has just been fun for me. I really like that birthday cake. So that's your card for today. Let's turn you up and we'll give away a prize. Okay, there we go. So the prize is usually the card from the previous week. And so because this is Wednesday, the card we made last Wednesday, I loved these cards we made last week. Do you remember this? we had so much, I personally had fun making this. I don't know about you guys. And we use these banners. I'm kind of into these banners right now. Do you see how the banner is this piece here? I'm using them, I'm finding them very handy on a lot of things. And the paper is, I think it's Florals in Bloom. I'm not 100% sure. It could be Floral Impressions. They both say floral and I sometimes get confused. So this is the prize for today. And for the inside in there, I use the Gallery Blooms, which I love. Okay, so quite a few of you wrote down prize, and if you write down prize, then I enter you in your name in a random number, in a random drawing where I use the random number generator. And the winner this time, I haven't seen her on here today, but she's on here a lot, is Beth Feldman. So Beth, I have your address and I will get this card out to you. Thank you so much for watching and for putting the word prize. I'm so happy to send you this card. And the prize for next week, next Wednesday, will be the Elegant Birthday card. So make sure to put the word prize if you want to be entered into that random number drawing. I assign everybody a number. So thanks for hanging out for a while. It's been great. And if you want to become a demonstrator, I would love to have you join my team. There's no obligation, and all it is just downright fun. And you would get to see the holiday mini catalog right away. So thank you all, and I will